On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this is Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quick Star. Also brought to you by Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Also brought to you by your Iowa John Deere dealers. John Deere loves to see the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if anyone can appreciate building a legacy, it's Deere. Hyatt Regency, caring for people so they can be their best. Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field. Oak Knoll Retirement Community, the Iowa City Area Sports Commission. And by Wellmark. You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes from Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Now live, this is Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quick Star.
From the campus of Southeast Missouri State and the Houck Fieldhouse, it's time for Hawkeye Volleyball. Welcome to the second day and match 3 of the SEMO Invitationals, where the 6-1 Hawkeyes will look to bounce back after a tough 5-set loss last night to the SEMO Red Hawks in a meeting today with the Murray State Racers. I'm John Evans with a view from above here at Houck Fieldhouse. Iowa ran into a SEMO team last night that was hungrier than Iowa was, but there were still some positives. An Iowa career high from Sharday Van Zant, a career high from freshman Carmel Varez. Sharday had 22, Carmel had 17. Milana Moisio had 19 digs, which was her career high, but in the end, a back row that has been so strong in the first 2 weeks for the Hawkeyes got a little shaky, passing got out of whack, and the Iowa offensive attack then couldn't keep up and created problems, and SEMO came storming back to win it in 5. Murray State comes into the match at 2-5 after losing their first match of the tournament. They played earlier today. They were swept by Weber State just a short time ago. Iowa will look to get back on the winning track in round 2 of the SEMO Invitational. Coming up next, it's the Racers and the Hawkeyes from Houck Fieldhouse in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Starting lineups just finished being announced. Iowa's will be a little different today. Claire Amaral, of course, will be your starting setter. Sharday Van Zant, outside hitter. Hannah Whittingstall. Greta Schleister will start. She'll be in the back row. Sashka Stoyanovich and Alyssa Warden will also start. She'll also be in the back row today, or start in the back row. So your front row will be Sharday, Claire, and Hannah, with Sashka, Greta, and Alyssa in the back row. And of course, Mo will come in for Sashka. For Murray State, it's McClure, Titus, Nuccio, Vogel, Gullimer, Pristovnik, and Kaish. Kaish is the libero. Vogel is actually a hometown kid. She had 18 kills in the match this morning, as Murray State fell to Weber State 27-25, 25-23, and 25-13, but Vogel had 18 kills for the Racers. And we'll get going here. Quick Star is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quick Star location at quickstar.com. Serve comes over at Warden. Good pass to Amaral. Whittingstall has to tip, but finds the corner. Good spot there. She drops it right in front of the line judge. 1-0 Iowa. Something Iowa had a hard time doing, especially late in the match yesterday, was getting the middles involved. Whittingstall now to serve for Iowa. That brought Sashka back into the front row. Whittingstall sends it over. Good seam serve, bad pass. Setter back pedals, goes down the line. Schleister, good dig. Amaral goes up aggressively. Van Zant dug up. That ball's pushed over to the Iowa side. Amaral across to Van Zandt again. This time she hammers it down. Kaish had a good dig on the first one. Couldn't get that one as it bounces in front of her, 2-0. Whittingstall to fire again. Good strong serve. Kaish right on top of the net. Stojanovic with the kill on the overpass. Unfortunately, we saw this yesterday too. Iowa off to quick starts early in sets. Couldn't sustain the momentum as the set went along. See if can improve that a little bit today. Whittingstall, good strong serve. Boy, that was a beauty. Bad pass. Knocked over then. Into the net. And back onto the Murray State side. That's a hitting error for Vogel. She is going to get the ball early, often, repeatedly, and again. 4-0 Iowa. Whittingstall, another good strong serve. Kaish well off the net again. Platforms it out, tight ball. Vogel tips over, dug by Whittingstall. Amaral pushed it across to Van Zandt. Strong swing, dug. Warden overpass. Amaral tips it over. Stojanovic loses the joust, makes the play though. Van Zandt from the left side. Good swing, hits the campfire. One of the things in the scouting report was that Murray State basically covers the edges of the court. They leave a lot of room in the middle. Van Zandt, great time for off speed there. Drops it right in. Hawks with the first handful. Whittingstall fires it over again. This time sends the float, and it's a beauty. Stojanovic takes it. Amaral hammers it. Catches the back line just barely. Finds the 1-6 seam on the back line. And the Hawks now will look for the extra point. Whittingstall comes forward. Good strong serve. Pass right in the middle of the floor. This time right side swing down the line off of Schleister. Extra point blocked, returned by Murray State, 6-1. Guess they'd get 2 points for that in the actual football game, but we'll deal with that. Nuccio now to serve. Moisio, good pass. Amaral pushed it outside. Van Zandt, good sharp cross there. Scores as she rifles that off Kaish, 7-1. Schleister leaves, Varez in. That was one of the switches too. Iowa changed which DS comes in for which player just to change up which side of the court they're covering. Amaral pops it over. Good strong serve, bad pass, ace. Amaral with the ace. It's 8-1 Iowa. This was kind of what you needed to see. It was how Iowa responded to not playing well yesterday. That will also be an ace. Iowa was distracted yesterday. There were some things going on, chances to do some things, and Iowa didn't stay focused on business and maybe learned a tough lesson in hitting the accelerator and continuing to push it down. Amaral, another great serve. Tough pass this time, push to the right side. Ball's tight, and Warden can't get the dig. It's a good kill. That was Vogel, I think, from the right side. 9-2. Gullimer now to serve. Pops it over. Warden uses hands. Amaral gets down low and gets the ball to Stojanovic, who gets the kill. So Hawks will double switch this now. Marquardt comes in for Van Zandt, and Gabby Deary comes in for Alyssa Warden. 10-2 Iowa. Marquardt, good strong serve. Decent pass right in the middle of the floor. Punched over by the middle, dug up. Amaral pushes it outside. Deary will have to run, slap. Good ball to the deep floor. Creates some problems. Marquardt, good dig. Amaral backpedals. Deary with a cut. Got it. Right on the back line. Good swing from Gabby Deary. 11-2 Iowa. I wonder if the Murray State coach knows she has timeouts. He has timeouts. Marquardt, it's a good serve, but it's a really good pass this time. Push to the outside. Block is there. Blew up Amaral, 11-3. That'll send Vogel to the back row. She'll get some swings back there as well. Moisio, great pass to Amaral. Middle attack, Stojanovic is blocked. Amaral covers. Push to the outside. Deary, good swing down the line. Ball's dug up. It's going to get platformed across. Good ball there. Moisio takes it. Amaral from the middle. Goes to Stojanovic. Good hustle again, and it'll get platformed over again. Marquardt fading away. Amaral all the way across to Deary. Catches the back line again. Gabby Deary, great swing. Wasn't perfectly positioned for her. She still went up and got it. 12-3 Iowa. The previous kill was Pristovnik that got it for Murray State. Deary gets that one. She's got a couple. It's 12-3. Moisio, good soft float. Bad pass again. Platformed back. Vogel out of the back row. Iowa does a better job getting the block in position that time. Marquardt with hands. Amaral outside. Deary off the block. Covers herself. Panicked a little, but gets away with it. She'll actually get a swing. Goes at Kaish with a good dig. Platform to the left side. That ball is, ooh. That ball was out. Called in. Hawkeyes don't challenge, don't even look to challenge. 12-4. Pristovnik with the kill. Pristovnik back to serve. Big high jump toss, fires it over, good ball. Moisio right on top of the tape. Whittingstall punches it over into the campfire. That is a great save from Claire Amaral to keep that ball on the Iowa side and give a good ball back to Whittingstall, 13-4. Schleister now to serve. Greta fires it over. Kaish, good ball, middle of the floor, pushes it outside, off the block, and down on the Murray State side. That's Amaral and Whittingstall, 14-4 Iowa. It was Nuccio that was blocked, denied by Whittingstall and Amaral. Schleister pops it over short. Good ball, but good pass. Dumped over. Dug up by Iowa. Platformed across by Amaral. Kaish, right side attack. It was inside, and Iowa's in the net. It's like Deary gets called for in the net. Wasn't a very good set. The timing of that was off. And on the Iowa press then, Deary gets caught up in the net. 14-5. Kaish back to serve. Good serve. Schleister, great ball to Amaral. She throws it down, catches the line. And Amaral with the kill. Guess we're not doing the TV timeouts today. Thought every match had those. I know we're not on TV today, but in any event, it's 15-5. Warden to serve. Good ball there. Outside swing, tipped over. Van Zandt, great ball. Amaral dumps it over, and boy, that is just lousy defense from Murray State. Amaral had no place to go with the ball because her outside hitter was on the floor and her middle was tangled up in the mess, and she just pumps it over. 16-5 Iowa. Warden, another good serve, another good pass. Now it's dumped over, and Iowa gets unlucky. Jamie Marquardt read it, or I'm sorry, Schleister read it perfectly, was coming in for the dig. Whittingstall also saw it. And unfortunately, the block goes off her hand over Schleister's head. 16-6. Serve comes over at Moisio. Amaral slide to Whittingstall. Oh, there. That's what Iowa had been missing yesterday. Whittingstall right down the line. 17-6. Hannah with 3 kills on 3 swings. She'll go back to the service line now. Got under that one a little bit. Feels like we talk about that every match. There's at least one serve a match where she gets a little under, and at her 6'2", 6'3" frame, that leads to a ball that launches. 17-7, first service error for the Hawks to go with a couple aces. Serve comes over at Warden. Decent ball to Amaral, pushed outside Van Zandt, goes through the block. Boy, that rattled right through the block. A decent try from, that was Nelson in the back row who tried to get it up in the air. 18-7. Schleister leaves, Varez in. And Claire Amaral to serve. She's had a couple aces her first trip to the line. Kaish, decent pass, right side swing, big one, off the block. Stojanovic gets it in the air. Amaral, back row to Warden, and she gets the kill. Good swing for Alyssa out of the back row. She clipped it off the edge of the one-on-one block. We saw that a ton yesterday. Unfortunately, it was happening to Iowa yesterday. Back row swings with only two hands up. They were going off the edges of blocks and finding the floor. 19-7. That ball sails just long from Amaral. Just to finish that point a little bit, in the scout today, Coach Yale mentioned Iowa's block touch percentage yesterday was higher than it's been all year. They just couldn't get the second touch. They couldn't take advantage of slowing all those balls down. 19-8, Iowa leads here in the first. Ball comes over at Warden. Good pass to Amaral, pushed it all the way across to Varez on the left, covered by Warden, but over to the racer side. Middle attack, or push to the left, rolled over, Amaral's there. Moisio uses platform to the right to Van Zandt. She goes high over the block and over the end line. First Hawkeye hitting error after 15 consecutive kills. It's 19-9. On swing 23, Iowa makes their first hitting error. So Iowa's still hitting .583 on the match here so far. 15 kills, 14 assists. Might be the first time that Murray State scored back-to-back points. Serve comes over at Warden. She lets it go. She let it go long. The the line judge here in front of us is hesitant, is what we'll call it. She called it in. She was overruled by the up ref. And now I think we're going to get a challenge on that. And he's going to challenge it. I mean, that's the only part of the point you can challenge. The entire Hawkeye bench, who was staring right down the line at it, thought it was out. And the line judge had no confidence in what she called. And we had a play earlier that was questionable on this sideline. So I think we've got a spot of bother here, I guess we'll call it. 20-9, Iowa leads as it stands. That's the first service error for Murray State. They don't make a ton of service errors. They tend to keep the ball in the middle of the court, serve inside a little bit more. And that ball will be close. It wasn't wildly out, but again, you could kind of see the hesitancy from the line judge. She was struggling to make the call. 5 kills in the early going for Sharday Van Zandt on 7 swings. She has the 1 hitting error for Iowa. Claire Amaral, 3 kills on 3 swings. Hannah Whittingstall, 3 kills on 3 swings. Gabby Deary and Sashka Stojanovic have a couple as well. Claire's also dished out 10 assists, a couple aces, a dig and a block. Greta Schleister has 2 digs to lead the Hawkeyes. 6 other Hawkeyes have a dig, as Iowa has 8. Murray State has just 4. Iowa hitting .583 here in the early going, holding Murray State to .235. Pristovnik has 2 kills on 4 swings for Murray State. That ball was out, so good overrule by the up ref. And so it's 20-9 Iowa. That will bring in Marquardt and Deary. Van Zant and Warden will leave. Marquardt fires it over. Good ball. Passes, makes the setter back up. It sets a good ball. Sets a really good ball out to the left side. The kill is hammered home there. That was, I think that was Pristovnik. Smaller outside hitter, a freshman from Slovenia. 20-10. Serve comes over at Moisio. Good ball to Amaral. Middle attack, Stojanovic catches the back line and scores. Sashko with 3. It's 21-10. She'll leave. Whittingstall comes back in. Moisio heads to the service line. Mo pops it over at Kaish. Goes to the outside. The block is there, and it returns to sender. Varez, Whittingstall absolutely get the better of Pristovnik there. 22-10. Second block for the Hawks. Good soft serve there. A lot of traffic. It'll have to get platformed across. Marquardt, Amaral, Varez. High off the block, dug up. Good play there. Pristovnik with a triple. Not sure how they got called 4 contacts. Varez dunked it down anyway, but that was strange. 23-10. Another good short serve. A lot of traffic. Good set with somebody in her feet. Hawks get the block again. Whittingstall and Varez return it to Pristovnik again. Set point after set point here for the Hawks in set 1. Moisio, another short one, creates traffic again. Pristovnik pushes over with 2 hands. Moisio's there. Amaral behind her to Varez. Big strong swing, just misses wide. I still like that she's looking down the line occasionally now, showing something different. She's got a short outside hitter in front of her, so she can definitely take advantage of that line. Pristovnik to serve. Big high toss. Fires it over. Moisio, great ball to Amaral. Misconnection with Whittingstall, but it worked out. That ball sails out of bounds. No touch called. The hitting error from the middle will do it. Iowa takes set 1, 25-11 without a single timeout called. I might be impressed by that. That'll do set 1. Teams will switch ends. Give me 2 minutes. We'll be back. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
John Evans back here in Houck Fieldhouse. Iowa takes the first set in convincing fashion, 25-11. As it stands, Sharday Van Zandt has 5 kills. We think she might have 4. Alyssa Warden deserves one somewhere along the way and doesn't have it yet. Claire Emerald with 3, Hannah Whittingstall with 3, Saskia Stojanovic with 3. As Iowa has 16 in the first set and hits 500 and cruising to an easy victory. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. New libero for Murray State as they have switched the gold jersey. It will now be Hallie Forrester. She's in the gold. Iowa rolls out the same lineup to start set 2, which I know Coach Barnes has been trying to work some other people in, but after the way last night went, put the pedal to the metal and deal with the rest of it a little bit later. Find a good rhythm, get back into a good rhythm, and take care of the business that needs taken care of. It'll be Alyssa Warden, Greta Schleister, and Mo Moisio in the back row. Hannah Whittingstall, Claire Emerald, and Sharday Van Zandt in the front row for the Hawkeyes. And Warden has the ball, delivering some bounces while she waits for everybody to get organized at the scoring table. It looks like they might be there now. And Warden comes forward and fires. Just missed down the line. That was a good serve. It just, you know, we talk about service errors that you love and service errors that you hate, and you hate most of them. That one you don't hate. That ball was an inch out on the sideline. It was well placed, just didn't get the break. Nelson in to serve. Murray State with their first lead. Good strong serve there. Good pass from Schleister to Emerald. Slide to Whittingstall. And we're tied up just that quick. Hawkeye middles were unusually quiet yesterday. Passing was so-so, and the middles didn't take advantage early on of some opportunities they had. They're doing a nice job here in the early going. Whittingstall, good serve there. Hits it at Forrester. Off the net, pushes it outside. That ball is a good swing. That was Priestovnik who got it between the antenna and Amaral's block. So Claire a little set up inside. Priestovnik took advantage and cut it off there. 2-1 Racers. Miley with the serve. Outside to Van Zandt. And she just absolutely destroys Paige Brock. That'll leave a mark. Emerald knocks the serve over. Brock sets it back to the outside. Priestovnik again goes down the line. That's one of the things we heard in the scouting report. John Leo and I sat through a lot of baseball scouting reports, and there's times we do the broadcasts and go, that's exactly what the coaches say. Why aren't they seeing that? That's exactly what the coaches said right there. That ball is inside. She cut it right back to the line, and Iowa defense not ready for it. 3-2 Racers. Serve comes over. Moisio, good ball. Emerald behind her to Van Zandt on the right. That ball's actually dug up. That's a good play by Nelson. Platformed across. Hawks a little confusion. Middle attack, Stojanovic ricochets it off Forrester, and we're tied at 3. Sometimes somebody does something you're not expecting, so you're not ready for it. Sometimes they do exactly what you're expecting, and you've got to understand that's their favorite. Marquardt to serve. Jamie pumps it across court. Decent ball, pushed to the left side, and that ball's fired off the block by Pristovnik. Vares has got to get that block closed, get those hands turned in so she can't get tooled off. She is far bigger than Pristovnik. Teams trading points here in the early going. Pristovnik to serve. It's 4-3 Racers. Big high toss, the jump serve coming. Off the tape, Moisio, great ball right on the tape. Stojanovic goes off the block and scores, tied at 4. Sashka heads to the bench. Whittingstall heads to the front row. Moisio heads to the service line. Mo fires it right down the line. Middle attack, blocked. Covered up though. Ball's knocked over by the Racers. Amaral pushed it outside to Deary. It's not blocked. It went off the block, fell on the Murray State side. Deary with the kill. She's got 3 on 7 swings, an efficient run there so far. Iowa takes the first lead of the second set. It's 5-4. Moisio, another one right down the line. Good ball this time. Pushed to the left side. High off the block and out of bounds. That kill will go to Burnett. She's new. Tied at 5. Forrester now the libero to serve. Takes her time, comes forward, fires it cross court. Marquardt, good ball. Amaral outside, Deary again. Block was late, covered up, beautiful cover. Amaral back out to Deary. And she gets the kill off the block. It's a little hard to tell up here. It felt like it fell on the Iowa side, but it actually rattled down on the Murray State side, so 6-5 Iowa. Schleister now to serve. Greta hops forward, fires a good ball, drops right in. Back to the Iowa side. Amaral off the block. It's covered, and Deary will get a swing off the cover, but just misses over the end line. She did a great job there as Amaral was blocked on her swing attempt. She saves Claire the hitting error and buys one for herself. She just went over the top of the block and just missed. Paige Brock, the setter to serve. We're tied at 6. Good strong serve there. Overpass. Murray State plays a ball that might have been out. Burnett's blocked. Good cover. And Iowa does not communicate, and the ball falls in. So that's going to be a kill for Haley Forrester. Libero kill. 7-6. Big high floating serve. Marquardt, great ball to Amaral. Slide to Whittingstall. She tips, easy cover. Push to the right side. Boy, that ball's tight. Moisio knocks it over onto the Murray State side. Tight ball for Burnett. She knocks it inside the block and scores. It's 8-6 Murray State. Murray State becoming more interested here in the second set. Brock to serve. Knocks it in the net. Boy, that's a tough time for an error. Just finally building some momentum on a 3-0 run. Hawkeyes back to within 1. Warden and Van Zant re-enter. Deary and Marquardt leave. Warden to serve. Alyssa pops a floater over. Middle attack. Good cutback, but a good dig from Schleister. Van Zant rolls. Good dig. Nobody home. Platformed over by the libero. Schleister, Amaral, Van Zant. Rifles it off the block and scores. We're tied at 8. Charday with 7. Warden down the line. Tight ball, push to the outside, running swing. Hawks get it in the air. Boy, that'll be platformed over by Whittingstall. Good play. Forrester. Right side, nobody home. Platformed across. Moisio pushes the deep corner and scores. There's your senior with a smart, heady play. Everybody relaxes, thinking she's going to take the ball and just push it back to the Iowa side. She sees the deep one corner, and the Hawks have the lead 9-8. Warden, float serve, good ball. Push to the outside. Dug by Moisio. Warden, inside ball for Van Zant. She throws it off the block and scores. 4-0 run for the Hawks. It's 10-8 here in set 2. Warden, cross court. Pristovnik, good ball. Right side slide. Dug by Warden. Schleister finds her way to it. Van Zant chops it over. Forrester two hands it to the Iowa side. Emerald slide to Whittingstall. Blows up Forrester and scores. It's 11-8 Iowa. 5 straight. Coach still standing there with hands in his pockets. They've got these momentum breakers called timeouts. Middle attack. Catches the inline, or that's a good momentum breaker as well. That was the kill for Milu. 11-9 Iowa. Nelson now fires it across. Actually, she fires it into the tape, and it rolls down on the Murray State side. Couple of service errors now, 12-9 Iowa. Whittingstall back to serve. One of the focuses of Scout was to dominate serve and receive. Iowa done a pretty good job of that so far. Whittingstall sends the serve over. Good pass by Pristovnik. Push to the right side, tipped over. And that's a good, smart placement there from, I believe that was Watts. She found a good home, 12-10. Keish now out of the libero jersey. She's in to serve. Pushes it off the tape, uses Stojanovic. Moisio pushes it all the way across, and Van Zant gets the kill. Good play by Mo to set that ball across. Varez back in, Schleister leaves. Iowa leads 13-10 here in the second. Took the first, 25-11. Claire Emerald to serve. Claire right down the line. Right side swing. Blocked, but right ricochets off of Van Zant's hands. So give Watts another kill. And Watts will go back to serve. Iowa by 2. That ball sails at Moisio. Tight ball, overpass. Iowa gets it in the air, pushed over by Van Zant. A lot of traffic, a lot of confusion. Moisio with one hand. Emerald platforms it to the left. It's Varez, big high tip, dug up by Pristovnik. Pushed inside to Pristovnik. She tips. Emerald, Stojanovic. Varez shoves it into the campfire. Wow. I think you just found the bad side of your perimeter defenses. Every racer player had a foot stuck on the inline or sideline, and Varez had just monster opening to tip in. That's actually her first kill of the day, 14-11. Marquardt serves it over. It's a beauty. Pristovnik, good pass. Goes back out to her. The triple set up. Moisio, Amaral. Deary tips it too high, and it worked. Again, I think we're just saw the downside of this defense if you don't react. 15-11. Marquardt hops forward, sends a big high floaty serve. Push to the outside. Down the line and out is Pristovnik. 16-11. And that will draw our first time out of the match. We'll take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life's busy. Quickstar makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Top off your tank with Quickstar's fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus, enjoy added perks like free ATMs and complimentary air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. Stop into Quickstar today.
Can you think of anything that costs the same today as it did 10 years ago? There isn't much. That is, unless you're a Mid-American Energy customer. Thanks to all the renewable energy we're generating, our customers pay nearly the same rate for electricity today as they did back when we were all singing, "Call Me Maybe." And with Mid-American making even more investments in clean energy, you can count on enjoying those same affordable rates for the next decade. Now that's obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Iowa on top of set 2, 16-11. I'm John Evans. Iowa took the first, 25-11. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. Comeback out of timeout. Sharday Van Zandt leads the Hawks, 9 kills after 22 yesterday. Whole mixed bag of full swings, a lot of tips though. Marquardt fires a good, strong serve. Ball's off the net, pushed outside. Pristovnik miss it. Oh, my goodness. Okay, caught the inline. Nobody really complains on the Iowa sideline. Well, wait, Jim's asking. Coach Barnes gently slow walking over, and he will touch the green card and use it as a challenge. It is a long ways away from me. It looked out, but it is a long ways from me. And that starts to test my eyesight that far away. At that point, it's do the cheaters work? Am I looking over the cheaters? Where are we at with that? So 16-12 on the Pristovnik kill. She's got 7 on 15 swings. Nobody else on the Murray State side has more than 5 swings. Pristovnik has 15. Actually, their first match was almost exactly the, well, not the opposite. It was just different than that, as Ella Vogel had 36 swings. Nuccio and Pristovnik had 22. Nobody else had more than 7. This time they aren't really even finding any more balance besides. So Murray State challenged and lost in the first set, so they have 1 left. See how Coach Barnes does with his. Iowa hitting .551 on the match. I think that's should fall down just a little bit. Gabby Deary doesn't have a hitting error yet that she should have, so should be a little bit different. But in any event, Iowa just 2 hitting errors by StatCast, hitting .551. Looks like we've got a final decision. See how whenever it takes this long at the table talking to the scorers, I always think they're overturning it. And they do. So Pristovnik will now be down to 6 kills. She'll have her 4th hitting error, and it'll be 17-11 Iowa. And now we're going to have a challenge back of a touch. Okay. And this is kind of a big spot for Murray State. He will not have another challenge if he's wrong here. That part I didn't see, so I can't even really comment on whether that was the case or not. 2, 3, 4, 5. They're not allowed to have that 6th person in the huddle, I don't think. We got a lot of different things going on this weekend, so. Iowa will be in action tomorrow against Weber State. Weber State opened their tournament at 10 o'clock this morning with 70 people in attendance, if you believe the box score. 27-25, 25-23, 25-13 winners over this Murray State squad. Ashley Knighting had 10. Rose Moore had 9. Brielle Ruckert had 7. I'm sure I'll have different pronunciations on some of those tomorrow. As Weber State hits 276 on the match, just 11 hitting errors. Holding Murray State to 192. Murray State did a nice job the first 2 sets. And again, now the down ref is spending more time with the table. So again, I'm gonna believe that this is gonna come back and get reversed again. Which then, if I'm the judge, I'm angry. Nope, does not. And so that will be it for Murray State as far as challenges go. Midway through the second set, we are out of challenges. Down ref runs over to talk to the up ref at the request of the Murray State coach. Can't even imagine what this is about. This isn't even the kid going and asking the other parent. This is the kid asking the parent to go ask the other parent for them. So now we're getting the explanation. And now we've got a captain talking to the up ref and the down ref talking to the Murray State coach. Still talking. That's Paige Brock, the setter. Evidently, we're happy with the answers. We feel good about life. Oh, nope, wait. We've got the Iowa setter now. Claire Emerald, the captain, over. Basically, just say, hey, what's going on? Include me. Don't ace me out. All right, 17-11, Jamie Marquardt to serve. She is not iced. Great serve, and Gabby Deary gets the kill on the overpass. Gabby with 6. Maybe less. Another good serve right in the seam. Creates a bunch of traffic. Pristovnik inside the floor. Big platform over. Stojanovic. Emerald behind Varez and off the block and scores. Carmel with the kill. 19-11 Iowa. That's 6 straight. Thought we were going to get the second timeout call there, but evidently the back-to-back challenges on the same play were enough. House music playing as Jamie starts to serve, and then that stops the serve because the house music was playing. Now we get it. We're having some fun here right now. Marquardt, good strong serve. Bad pass. Pristovnik will have to platform it over her head. Stojanovic, Emerald outside to Deary. No block, got it. Block did close late, but Gabby did a good job of rattling it off, 20-11. And that will cause a Murray State timeout. 60 seconds, we'll be back. Hawks 20-11 here in the second. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Farmers are constantly chasing more yield and greater consistency. Check out Merchman Seeds Power Core Enlist Corn. Here's Ben Pieper, our product manager.
Power Core Enlist corn hybrids are the fastest growing traits in growers' fields right now. Farmers know that we are choosing the right hybrids for the right acres to put more corn in their hopper at harvest. Combine that with Merchman Seeds starting line seed treatment, growers are finding that high yielding consistency that they're looking for.
Contact your local Merchman Seeds dealer today and ask them about Power Core Enlist Corn from Merchman Seeds, your friend in the field.
We love it when the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if there's anyone who can appreciate building a legacy, it's John Deere. We've been growing our team since 1837, recruiting the best thinkers, doers, and makers to craft innovations that outpace the competition. Because whether it's cultivating the earth with a tractor or reshaping it with a 40-ton excavator, the machines we build are building America. Nothing runs like a deer.
John Evans back here in Houck Hall. 20-11, Iowa leads the second after taking the first, 25-11. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. Jamie Marquardt will fire one more time. Good strong serve again. Forrester, middle of the floor, outside to Pristovnik. And the double just nearly killed Forrester on the block, as Pristovnik is rejected by Varez and Stojanovic. Block number 4 for the Hawks. 8 straight. Marquardt, good serve. Forrester, another pass off the net. Right side slide. Moisio's there. Amaral behind her to Varez. That ball's dug to the Iowa side. Amaral takes it. Moisio dumps it over. And that should be a Moisio kill. Sashka stuck a hand up but did not touch it, so make sure Libero Mo gets that. 22-11. Oh. And Marquardt finally hits the top of the tape, falls back to the Iowa side. 9-0 run ends with the service error, but great job from Jamie. It's 22-12. Pristovnik now back to serve. Good fire. Moisio, though, great pass. Middle attack, Stojanovic. Good dig from Forrester. Push to the outside. The triple block was there, and you didn't close a triple. Lily Burnett with the kill as she got that ball between Varez and Stojanovic. 22-13. Moisio, another great pass. Amaral behind her to Varez. That ball was blocked. That stayed in the top of the tape, never got over. So by StatCast, the first hitting error of the set. It's actually the second. Big high toss, the rip again. That ball sails over the end line, 23-14. Moisio to serve as Whittingstall re-enters. Mo sends it over at Burnett. Off the net, pushes it right side. The slide is slow coming. That ball never got over the net. Hitting error from McClure. 2 handfuls of set points for the Hawks here in set 2. Moisio spins and fires. Good ball. Burnett, nice pass though, pushes it back out to her. The block is there, and she knocks it off Moisio. Mo couldn't quite get that hand up there. Ball ends up in the seats. Burnett with the kill, 24-15. Forrester now back to serve. She hops forward and she knocks it over. Big floater. Moisio, Amaral outside to Deary. Block. Good cover from the Hawks. And Moisio pushes it right to the middle. Ball slammed over with 2 hands. That ball's tipped over. Deary, Amaral, Varez. Carmel did not like that she made a hitting error on the last one and decided she was going to take it out on the SEMO floor. Iowa takes the second set, 25-15. Now lead the match 2-0. Iowa hitting, well, we'll see what it updates to. Before that point, 526. Again, there's another hitting error to get thrown in there, but the simple math of it is Iowa 34 kills in 2 sets. 3 errors officially on StatCast. Give them a 4th one. It's still a pretty darn good day. We're going to take 2 minutes. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Welcome back to Hawk Hall. As the teams come out and John Leo's question is answered, he's going to sub, isn't he? Yes, the answer is he is, as we have what looks like 6 new starters out there for the Hawks. I will get to those after I tell you that Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. I see Jenna Meitzler. I see Gia McGrew. I see Mariska Hoschlik. I see Peyton Young. McKenna Rumpel. Wait, I see Jamie Marquardt, the old standby. But otherwise, 6 fresh Hawkeyes. Marquardt, Meitzler, and Rumpel in the back row. Hoschlik, McGrew, and Young in the front row. Moisio's still wearing the libero jersey, so that one will stay the same. Mo's got 6 digs, 2 kills, and an assist. Not bad for a libero. 34 kills for the Hawks through 2 sets, hitting .534. 18 kills and 9 errors for Murray State, hitting .184. Murray State will serve to start set 3. Paige Brock will get us started. She sends a floater at Moisio. Good ball to Meitzler. Peyton Young blocked in the middle. First block of the match for Murray State. That's Milo with the block. 1-0 Murray State. Brock, big high floater again. Hoschlik, good ball. Meitzler outside to Hoschlik. Good swing, but dug up. Peyton actually not dug up. Couldn't. Milo had a chance to make a play. Milu had a chance to make a play, didn't. And so the ball goes as a kill for Hoschlik. Mo fires a serve right down the line. Bad pass. A serve? Yes. Got a third contact on the ball, but it was well out of bounds and beyond the end line. 2-1 Iowa, third ace of the match. Mo sends a floater over. It's a good one, but a good pass. Slide. The Rumpel block is a bit late. Milu with the kill. 2-all. Nelson in to serve. Hops forward, floats it over. Marquardt, good ball to Meitzler, outside Hoschlik. inside the antenna and outside the blocking arm of Alexa Watts. Mariska gets the kill, 3-2 Iowa. McGrew leaves. Schleister in for her to serve. Greta, good solid serve. That ball had a lot of movement on it. Right side swings, tipped over. Moisio. Meitzler. Hoschlik with a good tip, but it's up in the air. Swings inside the court. Hoschlik with the dig. Meitzler slide behind. McKenna's called for the double contact. Do not use two hands, ever. I've seen far too much two-hand pushing over. It's the only way you can get called for double contact now. Use one hand, push it to the corner. Tied at 3, good serve, good pass. Meitzler outside, Hoschlik, block was late, just missed wide. Murray State with a 4-3 lead. Not sure how Jenna Meitzler got a bad set at 3-3. That was the double contact from. Good hands from Meitzler there. Platformed over. Left side swings, blocked, back onto the Murray State side. Pristovnik platforms a short ball. Hawks, a lot of traffic and not good communication. Mariska with a good roll shot. Pristovnik off the tape, Moisio. Meitzler, Rumpel, got it. Rumpel with a good swing there. Moisio flexing some things out. She looks, we'll call it okay. Mariska takes the short version of her serve. Good ball there. Push to the outside. Pristovnik catches the back line. 5-4. Watts now back to serve. Stepanitis in for Iowa. Ball goes into the net, falls back on the Murray State side. 5 service errors for Murray State, no aces so far. Mo leaves, Peyton Young comes in, McKenna Rumpel will serve. And of all days, Emily Lavin's not in a libero jersey, so Mo's got the job. Good block from Peyton Young. Ball's going to get platformed across, though. Schleister, middle attack. Peyton Young off the block and scores. Hawks lead 6-5. Good swing from there from Peyton. Schleister was so ready to leave for Lavin, but instead it's actually a sub. Lavin will come in. She'll serve for Rumpel this time. Get Emily some action here. The redshirt sophomore fires a beautiful serve. Tipped over. Boy, that's a good play from Brock. Stepanitis caught sleeping just a little bit. As again, from the scouting report, it was she doesn't try to be very offensive. You have to make her set the ball. That ball was right on top of the tape. Iowa didn't recognize if she was a front row setter. Pristovnik, 6-all. Rolled over at Schleister. Outside Stepanitis. Rattles it through the block and scores. 7-6 Iowa. Hallie, 1 swing, 1 kill. Gia back in. Jenna Meitzler to serve. Aye. Tried to fire it, caught just below the tape, fell onto the Hawkeye side, tied at 7. 5th service error of the match for the Hawks. Iowa does have 3 aces to go with that and really have gotten Murray State out of system regularly. Forrester to serve. She pops it over. Moisio, Meitzler, Stepanitis from the right side with a hammer. Great swing there for Hallie. She'll leave. Iowa leads 8-7. Jamie Marquardt in for her. Marquardt, great serve. Passes off the net, platforms it to the outside. It is tight, tipped over. Meitzler, Moisio, McGrew tips it a little too high. Forrester read it. Tipped over, Peyton Young. Moisio, Hoschlik, good roll, but dug up. Not a good ball, though. Pushed all the way back across. Swung, blocked, and in. Peyton Young, Gia McGrew, the freshman tandem. Return it back at Lily Burnett. 9-7 Iowa. Marquardt to serve again. That's another beauty. Drops it right down in front. That's an ace serve. She orchestrated the serving run that gave Iowa the breathing room there in the second set. 10-7 now. That's the fourth ace for the Hawks. That ball goes down the line. Bad pass from Forrester. Platformed all the way across. Burnett in the floor. She's blocked again. Pushed again. She'll get another try. That was a beauty. Block was set up. Everybody knew where the ball was going. She sharp crossed it from 4-4 and gets the kill, her fifth. It's 10-8. Paige Brock now to serve. Brock fires it over. Marquardt, great ball. Behind her to McGrew. Oh. Gia McGrew, Paige Brock has a family. 11-8. That wasn't even the short down the line where you blow them up. That was all the way cross court where she blew her up. Moisio, good serve. Forrester, good pass though, right on the tape. High over the block, Iowa's in the net. I think that's Rumpel that's called in the net. 11-9. Nelson comes in, she'll serve. Hoschlik, Marquardt, and Moisio. Somebody's going to touch this and return it for the Hawks. It's Marquardt, and unfortunately it wasn't a good touch. 11-10, first ace serve for Murray State. See if Iowa can lock back in here. I know you've got players that don't play all the time, but that's part of the challenge. When you get your number called, lock in, do your job. Marquardt uses hands. Meitzler behind her to McGrew. She tips, short. Conceptually, it was fine. The ball was a little behind her, so the changeup was okay. But took too much off of it. We're tied at 11 all of a sudden. See if Iowa can get a good pass, run something in system here. Marquardt, yes. Meitzler, yes. Hoschlik, no. Timing of that was a little off too. She hits the tape and it stays on the Iowa side. 4-0 run by Murray State. 12-11 Racers. All right, same plan. Good first pass. Not check from Meitzler. Meitzler pushed it across to Hoschlik. Good ball, but Forrester digs it. Outside, tipped over. Hoschlik's there. Meitzler slapped over by Rumpel, and she gets the kill, tied at 12. McKenna with a couple. Schleister in for McGrew. Greta knocks it across. Decent pass, back outside. Priestovnik blocked. Meitzler, Rumpel. 13-12. Hawkeyes retake the lead. Good short serve there. One-handed play from Forrester. That ball's tight. That ball sailed over the end line. There's a lot of traffic there, and Watts pushed it over the line. 14-12. At about the time Iowa took control of set two, see if they can exercise some of that here. Schleister, good short serve again, fights through the traffic, push it to the right side, tipped high. Meitzler, Moisio behind her to Hoschlik, high off the block. Moisio, Meitzler, Rumpel on the slide, and that was a beauty. What a transition play right there. McKenna Rumpel, the hustle to get all the way out there and to get the slide. She gets the kill as the reward, 15-12. Timeout Murray State. Let's take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. 15-12 Iowa here in the third. 25-11, 25-15 in sets 1 and 2 went the Hawkeyes' way. Greta Schleister will serve for the Hawks. She's got 4 digs and an assist on the day. She pops a good short serve over. Pristovnik in the middle this time is blocked by Rumpel over past Moisio. Meitzler, Rumpel gets it knocked over. Boy, that was good long arms from there. Pristovnik inside, blocked, but rattles off Meitzler and Rumpel's hands. Get the kill. Came out of the timeout. Pristovnik ran into a new spot in the middle. Iowa did a good job, recognized it. Unfortunately, couldn't transition it into points. 15-13, Iowa leads. Keisch to serve. She pops a floater over. Schleister, Meitzler. Goes into her book of Claire Emerald. Slam dunks at home. 16-13. Stepanitis will re-enter. As Iowa a little confused as to who's serving. Figured it out. It's Hoschlik. Mariska, the big high toss, the big rip. Got it. Boy, it's a beauty. Mariska with the ace serve. I've seen her take that rip in practice. She threw the changeup the first time. That time she went with the full real deal. See if Jim gives her the green light again or if she takes something off. 17-13. This is the real deal. Look out. Oh my, another beauty. But a great pass. Right side, not a good pass, but well tooled there. That was Watts. Stepanitis never got the block closed, and Watts basically on the ground when she just tipped it off the hand. 17-14. Watts has got 4. She'll now serve. Pops it over. Schleister, great ball to Meitzler. Behind Rumpel, dug up by Forrester. Pushed to the left side, blocked, but just out of bounds. Pristovnik with the kill. Meitzler and Rumpel again. Good hands, rejected it. Just can't get that hand turned quite in. 17-15. Watts. Moisio. Meitzler. Stepanitis off the block, dug up. Chase down. Pristovnik inside the court. That time she's blocked, and that time it stayed in the court. 18-15. Peyton Young re-enters. Emily Lavin will enter. She'll serve for Rumpel. Good strong serve, but a really good first pass. Middle attack, blocked, dug up, covered up. Pristovnik blocked, covers herself, goes back to her. The triple set, and that time, that is Young, Meitzler, and Stepanitis, all wanting a part of the block and all getting a part. It's 19-15. Lavin to fire again. Good serve. Pass off the net. Pristovnik again. The double's there. It's another good block. Back pedals. Dumped over. That's a lift. Great hustle from Schleister. Got into Peyton Young's chest, though, and so by the time she could kind of flip it over, it was a lever over the net. Teeter-totter move, 1916 Iowa. Pristovnik to the back row. She'll serve. That'll bring Burnett back to the front. The big high toss, the rip. Schleister, great ball. Outside to Stepanaitis. Good sharp cross. And she gets the kill. 20-16. Gia McGrew will re-enter. Greta Schleister will leave. Jenna Meitzler will serve. Jenna pops the serve right down the line. Burnett, good ball, pushed back out to her. The double's there, and the double rejects it. Again, the freshman duo, Peyton Young, Gia McGrew, give Iowa a 21-16 lead. Boy, the block has really turned up here for Iowa. 9 blocks now in the match. Good serve from Meitzler. Forrester, decent pass. Outside again, Burnett. Good sharp cross there. Ball got almost all the way up to us. Burnett decided she wasn't going to take the block on. She went that kind of the 4-4 again, 21-17. Forrester to serve. Sends the floater at Moisio. Dropped right in front. Boy, the bottom just fell out right in front of Mo at the last second. 21-18, second ace serve for the Racers. Forrester again. Pops it over. Hoschlik, not a great pass. Platform to cross. McGrew from the left. Good strong swing back to the Iowa side. Meitzler back to McGrew again. She's a freshman. And a smile that'll light up the room, 22-18. That's the really big difference you get from Young and McGrew is you get a whole different type of energy from the two freshmen. Marquardt now to serve for the Hawks, 22-18. Jamie, another great serve. Tight ball, pushed outside to Burnett. Over the block, Moisio. A lot of traffic around. Hoschlik, blocked. Marquardt tried to dive and cover, couldn't quite get it done, 22-19. Second block of the match for the Racers. Paige Brock will go back to serve for Murray State. Well behind the end line. She hops forward a couple and pops it across. Marquardt, great ball to Meitzler behind McGrew. Blocked, but a great cover there from Marquardt. Burnett inside the floor. Iowa's going to have to just maybe shift Moisio over a half step as she's really going that thumb down, basically hitting it right on the 10-foot line across. It's 22-20. Tight spot here now. Iowa needs a side out. Brock fires it over at Marquardt, uses hands. Meitzler, Hoschlik, good dig in the back row. Pushed outside to Burnett. She's blocked. And it goes out of bounds. It's 22-21. Coach Barnes will use a timeout. Iowa still leads by 1. Let's take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oaknall.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
John Evans back here in Cape Girardeau. Iowa leads set 3, 22-21. Quickstar is proud to sponsor Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. Hawks hitting .409 in the match. Could sure use one of those side outs. Moisio, Meitzler. Hoshalik has to tip. Covered, platformed over. Good job from the Hawks, but now need a defensive stop. Moisio's in the right spot. Meitzler out to Hoshalik, rolls it over. A lot of tight traffic, and the Hawks can't get the dig. Boy, a middle kill, a very rare middle kill. That was Milo. We're tied at 22. Iowa just not getting that good first pass here to run good offense. Might need maybe Meitzler. I guess she's back row setter, so ball comes sailing over. Marquardt. Push to the right to McGrew. That'll work. Gia McGrew gets the kill, and the Hawks are 2 points away. Peyton Young leaves. Mo Moisio to the service line as McKenna Rumpel re-enters. Mo sends a floater at Pristovnik. Burnett inside the court tips. Easy ball for Hoshlik. Meitzler dumps. Easy dig for Forrester. Right side swing. Cut at Moisio, and Watts gets the kill. 23 all. Nelson will enter and serve for the Racers, tied at 23. Pops it over, Marquardt. Meitzler, McGrew. Good sharp cross. Platformed outside. Blocked. Covered up though. Good play. Knocked over. Marquardt. Meitzler. McGrew! Gia McGrew. 24-23. Match point Hawks. The freshman's got 4. She'll head to the bench, and Greta Schleister will try to serve it out for the Hawks. Schleister hops forward, pops it right down the line. Beautiful serve, but a good pass. Goes outside, over the end line. No touch called, and they are out of challenges, so it does not matter. That is the match. 25-23, Iowa wins. He's going to ask. He can't challenge. He has no challenges. He now realizes he has no challenges. No! All right, I threw a fit last time. He has used both challenges. What are we doing? John Leo. Why are we challenging a third one? We learned a rule in baseball with this of in the 8th and 9th inning a umpire could decide to do it. As it stands, third set, 25-23. Iowa hitting .400 on the match. 48 kills, 10 hitting errors. 6 of those coming here in the third set. And it doesn't matter. Ball was called out with no touch, so Iowa wins in straight sets, 25-23 here in the third on the Pristovnik hitting error. So Iowa will be back in action. There'll be another match actually here tonight, funny enough. Weber State will take on host SEMO. I guess Iowa needs to root for Weber State in that one. and then take care of business tomorrow against Weber State and have a chance to win their third title in 3 weeks. Hawkeyes completing the handshake lines. Led today by Sharday Van Zant. She had 8, hit 538. Gabby Deary hit 7. She also hit 538. Hannah Whittingstall with 5. And Sashka Stojanovic with 5, both Hawkeye middles. That was on 15 swings, so great job there for Hawkeye middles. Claire Emerald had 3. Hallie Stepanidis, she had 3. McKenna Rumpel had 3. Carmel Varez had 3. The libero, Moy Moisio, had 2. Marichka Hoshlik had 2. Peyton Young, Jenna Meitzler, and Alyssa Warden each had 1 as well. As the Hawkeyes, 48 kills, 10 hitting errors, hit 400 on the match, and get it done in straight sets. As I look just at some of the other quick stats, Claire Emerald ended up with 25 assists. Jenna Meitzler dished out 13 in her 1 set of action. Hawkeyes ended up with 9 blocks, 3 from Whittingstall, 3 for Varez, 3 for Peyton Young, and Jenna Meitzler as well. So great job there. Kick in 2 for McKenna Rumpel and 2 for Gia McGrew. So Iowa, a little bit of all over there. Defensively, Mo Moisio has 8 digs to lead the Hawks, 4 for Schleister, 3 for Marquardt, 3 for Meitzler, 3 for Hoshlik, 3 for Amaral. As Iowa outdigs the Racers 29-24, outblocks the Racers 9-2, out-aces the Racers 5-2, and outkills the Racers 48-31. That'll do it this afternoon from Hauk Fieldhouse in Cape Girardeau. The Hawkeyes rebound nicely. You kind of needed to see that. You wondered what type of response would come from that tough loss, but they get it done in straight sets, 25-11, 25-15, and 25-23. Iowa will look to build on this 7-1 record tomorrow as they take on Weber State. That match will be at noon. So you'll have plenty of time to listen and then get to your tailgate, or if you tailgate early, flip me on at the tailgate and we'll be ready to go. That'll do it. I am John Evans. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful weekend if I don't talk to you again. Go Hawks.